What's going on, guys? We're here on another episode of Inside the Factory, and we're actually here at Otto Caps, and I actually have my really good friend Connor joining us today.
What's good, you guys? I'm excited to be here today. I've used Otto for years. It's cool to go inside and really see how everything's working.
Dude, it's insane. You know, back from the Dennis Rodman days, we use nothing but Otto. So we're actually gonna go inside, check out their facility, and just see what they have to offer. So come with us and we'll get right into it. We gotta get ringed in. So we're here at Otto Caps. Dave.
Yes.
Nice to meet you, man.
Great to meet you too.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. This is Connor.
Connor, great to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome to Otto Cap.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And I think what I would like to stress to our viewers here is that this is a huge warehouse. And I know we already went back a little bit just to kind of check the outline, but they have a huge marketing department, which probably translates to sales, and it looks like it's massive. So I just want to say big kudos to you, big kudos to the whole team in the back. And I kind of just wanted to dive in, like, as big as the operation looks, how did this maybe kind of start?
So the story goes back about 43 years ago. And what happened was our owner, Mr. Lee, was working out of his factories in China, Taiwan, and some other places around the world. And he decided, you know what, I'm going to move to the US. I'm going to start a hat company. I'm going to call it Otto because I like the way it looks forward and backwards. And I'm going to put blank hats on the shelf, sell them a minimum of one, and ship them the same day. So 43 years ago in this particular industry, promotional products, no one was doing ready to wear. Everything was cut and sew. Also, no one was doing one piece and also shipping within the same day. So fast forward to today, we stock 6,000 different style colors of hats. We have over 30 million hats in inventory between Ontario, California, our corporate headquarters, our 130,000 square foot warehouse. We also alluded to our new warehouse across the street, which is going to be double that size. Our secondary and third warehouses are in Arlington, Texas, and Fairburn, Georgia. And again, our goal is to always ship within one business day, one piece minimum to this day, and obviously a very deep collection and wide.
No, it goes to show like how big of the scale of operation they have, and it's just crazy to think that they're literally building a whole new building for themselves, literally across the street, you guys.
And
wow.
That warehouse is huge.
Yeah, in the back. So one hat, huh? It's crazy what one hat can do.
Yes, it's one of the things we're known for is our famous foam front trucker is a proprietary material to us. It is a foam that he invented. And so what's great about it is the way that it's shaped, the way it holds its shape. The price point is really attractive. It's great for our hat bars and things like that.
Yeah. You guys know the Otto Cap, right? Everybody uses and loves that Otto Cap. I see that literally everywhere, you know. I see the logo, Otto, and I recognize it immediately, and it translates. So a quick little thing, I'm sure there's a whole team behind you as well, but how did you kind of maybe get into this industry yourself?
My background is really in retail and in brands. And so I ran several brands in North America, and then I kind of took a turn back into the promotional space, and then they were looking for someone who could bridge the gap between what is done in the, let's say, ad specialty or promotional space, but also have the background in the retail space. So I was able to come in and interview and land that particular position. At the time, we had the Hang-Ten license, we had the Rinspoodler license, we currently have the Mossy Oak license, but they wanted someone who could really speak that language and go into a retail shop, be it a specialty surf, be it a major like Barney's, Bloomingdale's, Saks, or if it's something like specialty ski or specialty outdoor. So it just happened that I had that toolbox and was able to land the position. Since then, we've kind of divested out of all the license agreements. I feel like it's a little bit of a challenging market. I prefer to stick with the promotional side, but then I also bring on a lot of retail partners on our manufacturing side. Little known thing about us is that we are actually a vertical company. We have 12 factories in China where we're the largest manufacturer of hats. We have 3 in Myanmar, we have 1 in Vietnam. On a global basis, we're currently the 3rd largest manufacturer of hats in the world. And so with that said, we produce hats for ourselves, which is promotional products. I also love the part where we make them for brands, and we also make them for other headwear companies. I kind of crack up because sometimes the headwear companies we're making hats for directly compete against us. So someone will say, yeah, I don't wear those Otto hats. And I'm like, well, first of all, that's kind of dumb.
Yeah.
They'll say, I only wear this brand. And I'm like, that's cool. no problem. Can't tell you who the brand is, but I'm really happy you buy it because we make them, and so indirectly, we're still benefiting from that process.
Yeah. So it sounds like you guys are basically just kind of taking over the whole hat industry. And for me, when I see Otto, I think of, it's a quality hat one. Everybody seems to see it's the standard. I think that's a very big point because in today's world, there's a lot of different hat companies, but there's only a standard. And I think you guys fit that and embody that standard. And I love an Otto hat, the way it fits, the way you guys have a lot of different styles that kind of tailor to a bunch of different stuff, and it's just it's crazy to be here.
You guys just have such a wide range of like SKUs that it makes like a new brand owner come in and be able to really pick and choose what he likes and what he might want to move forward with, what he doesn't like. There's just such a wide range of things. It makes it easy on the brand owner.
Yeah, I would agree. We check a lot of boxes, and I think through that process, our owner and our company motto is quality equals success. So first and foremost, the quality of the hat, the material that we're using, the fit and the feel is critical to the process. Everyone who wears hats knows immediately if you put a hat on and it doesn't feel good, you're taking it off immediately. Mm-hmm. So for us, all of our hats cup the back of your head so it sits down. It also sits down low on your front of your head and also right on the tops of your ears. You'll notice some hats are very shallow. Ours are known for being deep. And also the way that we do our closures is a little bit wider than most hats. So it's going to fit more people's head sizes as well.
Did you create that? Did you come up with that R&D yourself?
No, actually not. Our owner is a fanatic, is probably the best word, when it comes to the hats, the materials, the fits, the feels. He has been pushing that envelope and pushing that envelope and pushing that envelope for many, many, many years.
So if you had to pick a style hat that you personally like yourself from Otto, what would you pick?
Right now, I'm heavy into the 5-panel mid-crown, more of a straight up and down front.
Yeah.
It's more of a retail look, a little bit higher, but still when you wear it, it sits down nicely on your head. The one that I've mostly been wearing recently is a Ponji polyester laser cut on the back. It's from one of our distributor partners that we did some private labels for them that they then go out and remarket.
I love a 5-panel hat. It's either the fitted hat or the 5-panel for me. So
yeah, the 5-panels are killing it right now. As far as trending, it's all over everywhere, literally.
Yeah, no, it really is. Odds are if someone's wearing a hat, it's probably an Otto hat.
Yeah, 100%. Even if you go downtown LA to go buy some hats, it's gonna be an Otto hat. Yeah. 90% of the time.
And if it's an off-brand hat, it was mimicked off of an Otto hat. Yeah. Just putting that out there. But why don't we just go to where the magic happens? Let's just check it out.
Let's do this. Come on in. Welcome.
Oh, wow. This is a crazy spot right here.
So, do you guys have your designers over here and kind of like sales department here?
Yeah, so the way we're segmented is we have design over on the far right next to product and marketing. And then in between, we have a lot of the team that is supporting the orders coming in and getting them out to the DC to get them out the door. Next, we have our custom team. And then down on the far end, we have the people that pay the bills, our accounting team. Sales is kind of mixed in between different departments. It could be our web department, our blanks department, or our custom department.
And how many designers do you normally have on your team at one time?
I believe we have right now 5 designers currently.
And are you guys just like making new styles every day? Is that their job, or just between like promotional products and stuff like that, that's what they're designing? Or are they designing for actual companies as well?
Good question. So part of what they're doing would be a promotional products distributor comes in, they're looking to do a particular branding, they've supplied us with a logo, we apply it to a hat, show them what it's going to look like before we go into a concept. Mm-hmm. So the concept would be that piece, we would give them the quote, we would make a spec sample, get approvals, go into production. That would be on the promotional side. On the development side, we're pretty much developing, I would say, 12 months of the year, preparing for next year and also mid-year launches. So for the beginning of this year, we did add quite a few styles that we'll review in my office, but then for next year, from our factory group, we challenged them to go into the open market and bring to us materials that are new, as well as shapes, fits, and feels that might be new, that we can then incorporate and make them an Otto brand hat. Then lastly, we do have some retail partners and brands that we work with. In most of those cases, they have design teams of their own. They're going to send us the concepts or tech packs, we call them TPs, that will then go over and get spec samples made and then go into production.
So a lot of your R&D is, you guys are about a year out, would you say?
No, actually, we can flip a hat in probably 6 months or even faster.
Oh, wow.
I mean, if somebody really wants to rock and roll and they've got their stuff together, if the process goes smooth in the beginning, you could do a spec sample within 2 weeks. 30 days after that, we can have it made and on a boat. 35 days later, it's it's at our distribution center. 5 days after that, it's in your store.
So I gotta have a Money Merch custom hat 6 months.
Yes.
All right.
All day.
I think we should do it. I need a Money Merch green hat with the Money logo right here somewhere.
Absolutely.
So what is the minimum order that you're looking at as a brand owner coming in?
So it would be 144 pieces per SKU. Okay. So that would be your style color, 140 per pieces. It's basically a MasterCard, and we're going to look at those when we get to the back. We can up that to 150 by adding one additional hat per internal box, because each one holds 24. We could change that to 25. So you could do 150 if you chose, but for us, the minimum is 144. If you're buying blank hats from us, it's one piece.
Yeah. All right. So we're here in your office, right?
Yes.
And basically, I wanted to go, what is Otto's most popular hat?
Most popular. Okay, great question. So our most popular hat is the style number 39-165. It is a high crown foam front trucker. We will adjust this and show you guys what it looks like. Yeah. This is the one that you're going to see in hat bars. You're going to see it at concert venues, pretty much everywhere. You'll notice how it sits down low, cups the back of your head, and sits down on your ears nicely. And then a straight up and down front. Comes in about 100 colors. This is one of our new colors for 2025, and very deep inventory.
How many hats do you think you would say you guys have sold to this?
Millions.
So this is a popular hat. And what would you say maybe rivals this in sales? Right behind it, maybe.
So right behind this one would be the 31-069.
Oh, the two tones.
So again, originally we called it the grandpa hat, but this is your mid-crown, 5-panel, contrasting button and visor. Again, another great hat, killing it right now. The main ones are going to be these natural colors. And apparently my head got larger, maybe because of this interview. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
But again, you'll notice how this one fits versus how the foam front trucker fit. We're known for our fits. We're known for our feels. It's going to be a comfortable hat. It's not going to be one that gives you a hat headache.
Yeah.
So again, it's a great big open area to decorate if you're embroidering or doing a transfer, maybe DTF or whatever you may be working with.
And how many style colors would you say you guys have in this one?
That one comes in 30 colors.
Yeah. No, this is a solid hat. Yeah. This is perfect for like baseball season. You're maybe doing a sports drop. I mean, anything in general, right? This is also 5-panel, right?
Yes.
Cool. Yeah, dang. And then you guys also offer a low, medium, and a high crown, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So,
we do check all the boxes.
That's crazy. Again, if they're not already offering plenty of options, you have even more options for a low, a medium, or a high crown. So it fits differently on your head.
Yes, and to give you guys a little bit of a demonstration, because you segued perfectly into that, this would be a low crown foam front trucker. This is your mid crown 5-panel, and this is your high crown. You'll notice when you start seeing them side by side, you'll also notice how 5 panels that are low crown are more rounded shape, where this one is more of a rectangle shape. Similar to this one as well, but you just get about a ½ inch more height out of it when you're doing your decorating. So you get a much larger canvas for those people out there designing.
Yeah, and I think what really does put you guys apart is that Otto's hats are perfect for all sorts of decorations and embellishments. You guys can literally embroider perfectly on it. You can even do transfers, you could do patches, yeah, you guys name it. So at least for us working at Money Merch, Otto hats do so much better when we finish the embroidery process, and they just hold up like tremendously well. So I think that also is another sign of your guys' quality, that it's very crispy from start to finish when we receive it as decorators, and once we finish our embellishment, it's perfect. So
yeah, and that's also a good segue. Our owner prides himself on people that are novice or new to the decorating game. Maybe they bought a 1-head embroidery machine, maybe they have a 6-head or a 15, or maybe they bought a hat press and they're going to buy or make transfers and or do embroidery. Everyone from the trade shows that we go to where we're mostly interfacing with the decorators always compliment on how straightforward and easy it is to work on our hats. So your point is well taken, because a lot of hats can be, the buckram may be too thick, and so therefore it snaps needles, and if you have to stop, then your production time goes up. The hat may be ruined. You have to replace the needle.
No.
If it doesn't hold the transfer nice, when they press it, it could crease. One of the things we're known about, because our foam is proprietary, our owner invented it. We're the only people who have access to it. A lot of people have tried to copy our foam front trucker, but no one's been able to achieve it. And the critical piece to the puzzle is it's our foam.
I see it all day, right? The heat press, the embroidery, and it really does. It comes right back to shape, which is huge.
I do see some beanies over there. I didn't know that you guys carry beanies?
Yes, we do. We carry both skull caps as well as 12-inch cuffs. So these are a couple examples of some custom ones that we did for some of our customers, if you want to see those. But a lot of acrylics, a lot of cottons. And then the difference between a skull cap is going to be one where it doesn't have the cup and you just come straight down, 8, 8.5, 9-inch, where the cuffed ones are in general going to be 12-inch.
And are the minimum orders the same on those as they are on hats, or it's different?
It's the same. So for instance, if you're buying blanks from us, it's one piece. If you're doing domestic decorating, it starts at 48 pieces. That's anything that we have in inventory. And then overseas custom starts at 144.
I did not know they sold beanies.
Yeah, I didn't know this.
Wow.
We also sell visors, bucket hats, in case you guys are wondering. These are your skull caps. A couple of other examples, custom that we did for one of our companies we work with in the promotional world.
Yeah, this is fire.
It's really quality.
Yeah, one of the advantages of going overseas is that you don't get the decorating coming through the back of the...
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, these are really nice. Like for a beanie, normally when like you see a custom beanie, you know, they'll be that like cheap kind of polyester feel. You know, just like feeling that, it makes me feel like, you know, when you put on like a thermal or, you know,
Your favorite hoodie?
Yeah, you know, it just has that like comfy feel to it, like you could wear it every day. I love the quality of those beanies.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm over here just looking at just the rack in general. And I love how like innovative and just like you guys try different styles, patterns on, you know, obviously this is an American hat with a camouflage on the back. You guys are definitely trying different styles, right? Like, I mean, it seems like this, you know, you go from a blank hat, right? Two-tone hat to this. So you guys are always kind of pushing the needle and seeing what else people like.
Yes, this is a good example. This is part of our pre-designed collection. So what you're getting here is a fashion camo dad hat married with a distressed American flag.
It's good because it shows that they're not afraid to try new styles and kind of get the ball rolling. You know, it's not just a blank hat. You guys are putting patterns together.
Absolutely.
You know, I think that's really what separates you guys from most blank companies and hat brands in general is that people are only making blank hats. You guys are making different pattern hats, different, you know, colors, two tones, camo, you name it. I mean, I'm already looking. There's a whole bunch of them here. You know, camouflage, hunting hats,
straw lifeguard hats.
Yeah, you know, you name it. Oh my God, I don't even know. Like, there's so many options. They even got the, what do you call that hat? The outdoor.
Elmer Fudd.
Elmer Fudd? I'm gonna need one of those hats, man. I need that.
Keep you nice and warm.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, we also carry boonies as well.
Man.
Bucket hats in case you
I need
need
to just
one.
get kitted up through Otto after this.
We're gonna have to
man.
be
What's
your
going on
sponsor.
here? Really, what's going on? Yeah, see, look at that.
So performance buckets, nice because the sweatband is moisture wicking, anti-odor, antibacterial.
We would love that. See, that's a perfect bucket hat for golf right there.
Are all these SKUs on the website, or are some of these, you know, you kind of have to reach out to a representative and be able to get your hands on them?
No, everything is on the website except anything that's been done domestically or overseas custom. Some of them are just different projects that we've worked on with some of our partners. Some of them are just fun things that we like to do for trade shows, like this particular hat, which is a polyurethane cork, low crown, 6-panel. But the fun part about this particular hat is the hidden beverage opepener.
Oh, wow.
This is something that you can also
crazy.
brand. It's on a bungee.
What?
I've never seen anything.
What? Wait. Show me how to do that again. Wait.
You didn't know there was going to be a magic show, did you?
No, what?
All right, so let me get it
This
out
is
of
a
there.
hat bottle opener?
Yes.
No, you're wild. Oh my gosh.
It is made out of metal, so it will actually operate on your beverage.
So this is an Otto Cap bottle opener hat. Is this an exclusive right here? Is this available right now?
It's not a stock item, but we do it as a custom with a 144-piece minimum.
That's
and then we can also,
crazy.
as I mentioned, brand the metal bottle opener as well, because sometimes they get separated from the
Yeah.
hat from overuse, and then they can put it on your keychain.
This is crazy. I've never seen anything like
I'm gonna need like 200 of those. just for the
Yeah,
whole
right.
squad.
It's going to be part of the
Another,
the money merch.
Money merch line right there. That's a perfect hat for 4th of July right there.
100%.
If you're doing 4th of July drop, this is the hat you need to be doing with right here.
Never seen any other hat brand go and do anything like that before.
Our designers like to have a good time too.
That's good.
Yeah.
You guys want to see some new stuff for 25?
Yeah, let's
Yes,
do
sir.
it. Come
Let's do
on.
it.
Since we segued from the festival hat, some of the new things that we added for this year, I'll start off with this one because I think it's kind of a fun hat. So everybody agrees this is a 6-panel, right?
Yeah.
No seam or seamless hat.
Wow.
So it's sewn to the buckram on the inside, so you get that look, fit, and feel of a 6-panel on the outside is bonded.
Wow.
So it looks like a 5-panel, so you have a huge decorating location.
That's big. I'm a big
Many
fan of
colors
that.
to choose from. One of the other cool things that we added this year is a material called T4 polyester twill. And the great thing about this particular hat is it stretches without having spandex in it. So no spandex added. Kind of fun, right? Also, polyester
Natural golf hat or
twill
something.
looks like cotton twill, but it doesn't have static electricity and it doesn't pull lint onto it. So it always looks new, fresh, even though it may be, several months old.
So how are these made?
It's all how they weave the material when they're making it.
Yeah, because that's really interesting.
Yeah, I was gonna
This is
say.
like a perfect golf hat.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of new styles in the T4 material. We also added a ton in a material we're calling T8. T8 is also polyester, but it stretches even more than the T4 does. So this is one of our Otto Flex hats. You'll notice how much that's stretching.
Okay, so for like an athletic brand, what would you say are the best SKUs to go for?
So anything in our performance line would be a good way to go, because that way you get your sweatband that's moisture wicking, anti-odor, antimicrobial, fast drying. Fast drying, if you're not familiar with what that is, it's basically pulling the moisture to the surface, spreading it out over the fibers of the sweatband, and allows it to evaporate more quickly. One of the other fun facts that a lot of people forget about is human sweat and the ocean are the same salt content. So a little science project or science knowledge I'm going to drop on you guys right now. A lot of people go in the ocean, especially here in California, but they always rinse out their equipment, right?
Yeah.
If you scuba, if you surf, whatever you do in the water, you always got to rinse it out in fresh water. A lot of people come to us and they say, well, what can I do about my hat? I have this amazing mountain range going across my hat. After you've been outside, you've been exercising, dunk it in cold water really quickly, put it in the shade to dry, and you won't have those salt rings. Because part of what you're doing is washing out the salt, just like you would your equipment when you take it in the ocean.
Again, just taking another step into thinking about the end use for someone who's going to be, going to the beach or jumping in the pool.
Longevity of your hat. One of the other things we added this year is a lot more of our styles have the laser cut in the water drop shape. As well as you'll notice how pliable this particular snapback is. So comparing that to our original foam front trucker, you can see the difference. Even though we've started making these a lot softer.
Oh yeah, this one's so much. This
the other one almost feels like rubber.
Yeah.
One of the other things we did for all those people out there that don't have hair, we took the word Otto off the back of the snap so that when you wear it backwards or forwards, you don't have the branding on there. Personally, our marketing team got really angry about that because that was our subliminal marketing. So another cool performance hat would be our running hat. This is a newer style for us. We also use micro hook and loop, has a silicone tab on it as well. But again, that moisture wicking anti-odor fast dry sweatband.
Great hat for a run club right there, Connor.
So are all of these hats, they come as blanks?
Yes.
Wow. So every single one of these hats, you can find on the website. You could order as little as one piece.
Correct.
Wow.
Insane.
I don't advise buying one piece, but if you want to, we're more than happy to do that.
Yeah, 100%.
Something that we also do that's a little bit different to kind of give a shout out to our decorating partners is all of our hats include tearaway embroidery backing with the hats at no charge.
Yeah.
So our owner's really big into the GWP.
That's definitely something that I love about that too.
Corduroy's making a huge comeback. This is a 16 well. Notice that we used a tone-on-tone 5 mil cord on this particular hat. It is sticking with that 5-panel vertical front mid-crown look.
Oh wow. This was definitely going to be very popular. There's a bunch of corduroy orders right now in the shop, and I think this would definitely help.
Cool, what kind of a water hat? This is a recycled Taslin nylon. What's great about this hat is you can completely wad it up, put it in your pocket, pull it out, shape it, put it all back together again.
Oh my gosh.
Everything's crisp. There's not, a bunch of fabric, fraying off the hat. Everything is like very uniform, very crisp, very clean.
Yeah, we have a very rigid QC process. Our goal is to always send out hats that are perfect and that we're not going to get some back for whatever reason that may be. One of the other cool things that we introduced last year that we're still incorporating, especially in all of our flat visors, is what's known as the Otto Flex bill. I personally don't rock a flat visor unless, can't really go there. My wife just says I look like an idiot whenever I do it. So
you just gotta have a little bit of curve to it.
I'm trying to keep that.
You gotta have a little
trying
bit
to keep
of
that down to a minimum.
Yeah.
So you can change it to a slight curve, and it will hold the slight curve until you change it back to a flat.
Wow.
Now you can't go full redneck, but you can try.
Wow.
Okay.
What?
We're gonna try it. That's about as far as you can take it. But it'll hold that position until we switch it back to the flat.
So
or the
you're
slight
essentially
curve.
taking out all the people who make, bend-to-bill products. You can literally bend it yourself.
Yes.
And then I can flatten it myself.
Yeah, it's a great physics science project. The polymers in the plastic visor heat up really quickly, cool down really fast, and then change again.
That is insane. I had no idea. This is crazy. So you guys are really like scientists in here.
A little bit, yeah. I think part of being a material engineer and being someone who loves and enjoys wearing hats, you've got to do something that differentiates you from everyone else in the field. It is a crowded field. There's a lot of people who do headwear. There's a handful of companies that do headwear really well, and we are always striving to push that envelope and do headwear the best we can.
Again, pushing the needle. It's insane.
Just when we think we're finished, she pulls something else out.
Another one.
I'm butthurt because I just bought a bend-to-build product, but I could have just bought a whole line of Otto hats. I could have bent them myself.
We can put the bottle opener and the flex bill on the money merch.
Wow. I'm sold. Where do I sign? All right, where do I sign? Here, let me sign. I don't even know what to say. This is a lot. You guys are really doing it.
It is a lot.
Yeah,
Holy.
and we're just scratching the surface. I mean, when you really think about what we do here, this is a pretty good broad brushstroke of all the crazy fun things that we can do. I tell everyone it's always time and money. Depending on how far and how crazy you want the hat to be, we can pretty much cover that. Yeah, so what a lot of companies will do is they'll have an inspiration or an idea, and they will come in and they'll say, okay, I want to start a brand of pickleball hats, let's say. We usually kind of pick their brain, get their information from them with regards to what their branding looks like, what texture and feel they want for their branding, what's the overall goal of it, and then also share with us some hats you like to wear, and do you think the audience that's going to receive these or purchase these hats like what you like? And it could be a situation where they do or they don't. It's really, really important to help young brands first not go too wide because they want to throw everything at the wall and see what happens. I say start small and then work your way out. Maybe do 2 or 3 SKUs and then do them a little bit deeper, not do 15 or 20 and have only 1 or 2 or 3 colors, and now you don't know what to do. And when you're trying to take that out and resell it, you're paralyzing your customer because they can't make a decision. Like for instance, as an example, if I said, okay, you've got less than 30 seconds to pick one hat off of everything you see here. Are you going to walk out with a hat?
I'm walking with this one.
Well, of course. This one's awesome. That's like a dead giveaway. But let's say you didn't already have pre-decided you love that hat. You're probably going to look and be like, all right, well, no, I really can't decide. I'm just going to walk away. So part of it is helping them help themselves by not going too crazy. Some other headwear companies may be a little bit different in their approach. Our approach always is how can we help you be successful so that you then come back and buy more hats from us? If we convince you, no, go ahead, do 15 styles, do 7 colors of each one, your collection is now huge. And we do 144 of each, and we don't hear from you for 2 years because that's how long it takes you to finally sell through all of them. And in the meantime, you've got this bad taste in your mouth that we didn't help you cultivate and build this brand with you. We want to partner with you and give you all the advice we can, knowing that we're just part of the soup that you're making. It's not our soup, it's your soup. So we're going to throw a bunch of stuff in there. You've got to decide what sticks and what doesn't.
From start to finish, you guys are there.
That's always our goal. We have a big team here. Everybody is charging the mountain in the same way.
I don't even know what to say. I'm speechless at this point.
You guys want to see some more fun stuff?
Yeah, let's see.
So a lot of people do the visors with the stitching, so there's always tone on tone. But what if you decided to do a musical note instead? So it's another place where you could subtly put some information that maybe you didn't have, but then you could also add something on the bottom which says you are what you listen to.
And I got the band merch right here. This is it right here.
We even have some hats that we did for one of our distributors. Personally, I wouldn't advise it because it's very stressful.
Oh my goodness.
So they rocked the 5-panel mid-crown. They have glitter, they have glow in the dark, they have taping, they have TPU, they have embroidery, they have patches. This is a hat that we do for a company. They have a satin lining on the inside for all the ladies with long hair, so they don't have to worry about it getting all
ruffled,
messed up. And then to make it even more special, leather closure, and then the press buckle's been branded as well.
So with all the processes, what did this hat cost?
Too much.
But holy crap.
They did literally everything that you can do on a hat.
It's
They put it
literally
on there.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Wow. Would you say this is probably the craziest ask?
It's one of them, yeah. It's a long, tedious process because you have to do multiple layers of manufacturing on that hat to get it right. And so you have to move it between sublimating, between the embroidery, between making the TPU.
Okay, well then, with this hat, how long would you say it takes to...
Oh, we can produce it in 30 days.
Oh, wow.
But there's a lot of moving parts that have to be pulled together all at the same time.
Looks great.
Looks good.
Yeah, you'll also notice that the visor is a sandwich visor
good.
with reflective
I like it.
properties all through here. This reflects. There's a lot of glow-in-the-dark features so
didn't
that
have
when
to-
you're performing, it's...
I didn't even have to unbuckle it. I put it right on and it fit. That's crazy.
Just automatically
I got a big
adjust.
head, so this is perfect.
It's magic.
Wow. That's
Looks
crazy.
like magic.
I'm a big boy, so I gotta, bigger
Well,
bigger the head.
One of the things we found is that a lot of people like to wear fitted hats, but not everyone is a small, medium, or large, extra large.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
I say about 30% of the people that receive a hat that's a fitted hat go home with a hat that doesn't truly fit. If it's too big or too little, personally, I'm not going to wear it. So we came out with this line of hat called Comfy Fit. So from this point to this point, which is the end of the visor and the beginning of the closure, it stretches, and now I can adjust it.
Oh, that's pretty solid. Wow.
Right? And I still have space. It still stretches more.
That's like a step above the flex fit.
Right. So it also has the nice closure. So try that and see if that works.
So is that flex fit at all? That's all auto.
It's all auto. Auto flex and auto comfy fit.
Bro,
That is crazy.
we can run right now. Bro. Holy crap, guys! This is just instantly fit. That's perfect. I
Yeah,
didn't
and
have
you
to-
already called out that you have a larger brain.
Yeah.
And you need a bigger hat to cover that. Notice that we only moved it over 2 pegs. What do you normally do when you move over the closure on your
I
hats?
usually do like 3 or 4.
Not anymore.
That's crazy. Look
And
at
notice how it sits down nice on the side, sits in the front,
Yeah, and you can
cups
like
in the
feel
back.
you can feel it stretching too. Like once you put it on there, it's just like,
Right.
but it's seamless.
Right.
Yeah.
And you
It's
feel
like-
like the hat's on your head. You
Yeah.
don't feel like it's coming off.
Yeah, it's not coming off.
Excellent.
Wow, guys,
game
I'm blown away.
Auto comfy fit.
Wow, that's crazy. Oh my goodness. Over
As soon as you think he's finished, he's like, but I got this one here too.
Another one.
Yeah, I think this is a good point. Let's go check out the back, man. This is a lot. Auto is literally doing everything and more.
If you think they don't have it, they have it.
Oh, God,
100%. I've never seen this wide range. When I first came in here, I was like, oh, you guys have a wide range of products, different SKUs. This is just mind-blowing.
You know, because
Never
they
seen
take it a
anything like
step
this.
further and fitting all sorts of heads without the buttons, stretch fit, fold the recyclable hat into a ball and it comes out
They got bottle
the same.
openers.
A bottle cap. Let's keep it pushing. Let's see the whole facility because it's gotta be big. I want to see the back. Let's go. Wow. Oh my goodness.
This is like the Disney World of Otto Caps.
Oh my gosh. There's a lot of boxes here.
How many square feet?
130,000 square feet. This particular facility, the new one that we're going to be moving into within a year that will be fully automated, is about 260,000 square feet. So we're doubling in size. One of the big projects and one of our big capital investments is that we will be automating the warehouse.
All this is just...
It's all hats.
It goes all the way down over here too.
It's about, I believe, 53 or 55 rows, 4 stories tall. We use a racking system that's custom to the size of our boxes. So you'll notice that the width of all the pallets is also the size of the boxes as opposed to your standard pallet size. We usually put 8
Flush.
or more cartons per particular pick bin.
How hard is it for, a worker to come in here and find an order? Is everything really to the T?
Yes, you'll notice there's numbers across the tops of each one of the locations. It's called a pick location. Within that pick location, you'll have the faster movers down towards that end of the warehouse, slower movers down this end of the warehouse, and then the back stock stack up to the ceiling. And what will end up happening is, depending on how many they need to pull, the computer will tell us where they need to go to pull the product. It could be a particular case where we have to bring in the forklift. Forklift drops the loads, then they use the electric hand trucks to take them over to where their wrapping stations are. In most cases, it's, well, now with the 24-piece free shipping, it's pretty much almost everything's 24 pieces. But again, it doesn't have to be the same SKU. So it could be that they go to 4 or 5 different pick locations to pull that together to get to that 24-piece minimum. So with that said, the great part about the new warehouse is a lot of that will be managed by the robots. And so in this particular case where we have several or a handful of forklifts, you can only drop so many loads at a particular time. If you have robots operating on every aisle, you can drop loads constantly from all and every single row that you have.
Automated. Wow.
Yeah, if you guys want to see the length of this place,
Yeah.
it goes, I'm not
God.
sure your camera will be able to see all the way to the end. It's a little bit easier from this view
Oh
to
my
see the other
goodness.
end of the warehouse.
It's like Monsters Inc., man. I'm running down the hall. Look, it's like an optical illusion. You see me? I'm not even halfway. I'm like a quarter.
I think he got winded.
It's like they don't pay me enough.
That's his exercise for the week.
That's crazy. Huge. I tried, but Wow. Yeah, this is massive. This is for sure big. So this is a huge facility. And again, it shows a testament of how long you guys have been in the industry. But I kind of wanted to touch on what kind of projects have you done, or you can just remember off the top of your head that you're like, that was a fun project.
So we have one distributor that we work with, and they're in the entertainment space. And so they're doing a lot of sporting events. They're doing a lot of concerts and things like that. And one of the ones that was probably equally as stressful on our side as it was on their side would be the Bad Bunny shows. So we did all the merch from the headwear perspective for the Bad Bunny shows, where they would ship from us to them to be decorated and then drop wherever his particular venue was going to be. But from venue to venue, they're always changing the number of SKUs that they're buying. So it could be that for this particular stadium show, they need 10,000 or whatever it may be. But then also on the other side of it, it could be someone like a Post Malone, or it could be somebody like Jelly Roll. All of these guys, especially artists, they're super creative, and they're also very particular about their merch. It may take them a long time to make a decision. There's only one problem. You set the dates for your concert X amount of time in advance. You set the production schedule up to get all your equipment from point A to point B a year in advance. Merch is literally a week before the venue starts. They finally pick their hat. Now everybody's got to run. So we've been able to really help this distributor grow their headwear business, where prior to that, they really would just say, you know what, t-shirts we can rock all day long, but when it comes to headwear, we just need to pass that off to somebody else, let them deal with that particular pain point. So we help them grow their headwear business, and they've become a really strong partner of ours. And it's in many arenas. It's in NBA, NFL, WWE, concerts. It's crazy. Festivals.
Wow, that's massive. Those are 3 huge artists already.
Yeah, these guys work with some of the best of the best.
Yeah, wow, that's awesome, man. If you don't mind me asking, do you know a little bit about WWE?
Not much.
Okay, all right. I was going to ask him his favorite wrestler, but...
Let's see. Well, who would be my favorite wrestler right now? Probably Ronda. She became a villain.
Yeah, I know, right?
She had to reinvent herself to be a villain.
She did good there, too. Yeah. I'm a big Rey Mysterio guy, so...
Okay.
I love it. So that's going to conclude the tour. Thank you guys for staying around. If you guys stayed for the whole video, we appreciate you guys. Let us know who you guys want us to tour next. Thank you to Otto Caps. Appreciate it. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Great to meet you guys. Thank you for all the awesome questions.
Of course. Thank you.
And again, Otto Caps, they're massive. You've probably worn their hat already, but now you know the whole story. So see you on the next episode. Like, comment, subscribe. See you later.
Peace out.